pro-Sim Fubara militant, Gabriel Asabuja, aka General, is lamenting that he has been abandoned by those he assisted to settle in as local government caretaker committee chairman. He accused them of misappropriation of funds. He lamented that the CTC chairmen are using allocations for empowerment of their local governments to build houses, hotels, estates, and sleep with people's wives and widows. He said most of them no longer reside in the state and do not oversee the affairs of their local governments. He further agonized over people in the corridor of power blocking him from seeing the governor. Asabuja praised the FCT minister Nyesom Wike, whom he called an astute politician. In his eulogy, he said Nyesom Wike is a grassroots politician who is well rooted in politics and understands the complexities, intrigues, and power plays in politics. He said the FCT minister is a political colossus and not one that can be fought without being formidable. He said that as things are currently, that Governor Sim Fubara is not ready or strong enough to withstand the FCT minister. Recall that Asabuja, aka General, in a viral video that showed him coming out of the creeks, heavily armed and surrounded by armed men whom he referred to as his boys, threatened violence if the outgone local government chairmen refused to vacate their offices. He called on the governor and the CTC chairman to empower him to oust the outgone chairman from office. The standoff that ensued afterwards resulted in violent protests that resulted in the death of a policeman and a civilian and leaving several persons injured. We'll watch the video of Asabuja lamenting of abandonment.
Go fight. Anybody they fight with Wike making prepare. No, not forget. Wike no get a handwork. Sim Fubara, I keep quiet. Because those people who ain't carry do caretaker, they need to do anything. Then they busy. They buy land. When I mean land, they buy a house. They build hotel. They build estate. They build business, live empowerment, live fight where they front, where they go fight. Anybody they fight with Wike making prepare. No, not forget. Wike no get a handwork. Wike no be contractor. Wike need a sell market in work on a politics. For this politics, Wike sabi am well now in work. The wayo, the original, the fake, the bend Wike sabi am. So politics now in work, grassroots Wike sabi am. So when you want fight Wike, you go prepare, you go dey strong. Don't be this thing where they see where they happen for government house. Now the leg where we go use fight Wike be this. Don't be tomorrow now, I find one thing talk say, general don't do this, general don't shift, general never shift, general don't go here. With this leg, everybody where they come to see governor or to work with governor, now they push out. People where they come to come close to governor, now go block them. Now this thing, they lie, they frame people up, they lie, talk different lie. You no go work, oh. Because all this caretaker where they bring, nothing then they do, no empowerment. Empowerment or putting 20,000 for envelope they give people, or put 50,000 they give people. That one empowerment. Go see hotel where they build. The caretakers. They know they on ground, no. They know they, some of them. 90 to 95% of caretaker no they on ground. Some they on ground, 95% no they on ground. So that's why we use this opportunity. And they beg governor, send their own intel, send their own people who go verify. No be all those lie where they come they talk. Say then they grant, then they do this. When they do small video, then post, say, then they walk, then they walk. Then they walk anything, no. Everything where they happen, Wike they hear them. People where the government has 90% they with Wike. Then they give them all information. All meeting where they do Wike they hear them. Everything. Empowerment where they do for all AGA 20 million. Go ask whether you go through, you no go through. The Thanksgiving where they call moment for local government, the 100-something million. Go ask where the money go. No way. What do we know? Local government caretakers, then they buy a house. They build for how many months? This testing where we just test them. This testing where we say make we test the caretaker. Now like this, I need to support Batty, no. I need to support evil. where you go to chop, masses no go chop. You go to chop, people no go chop, only you with your girlfriends. Where would they hear say some of them now are people wife, local caretaker them people wife, widows them. Now so they pursue widows, they follow widows everywhere, they pursue people wife. In the name of say them the caretaker. Now what we will see.
And that was Gabriel General Asabuja speaking right there. Asim, what is your take on this development?
Thank you. My take, has been that I said this a long time ago, even before, this young man came on air and did those videos. I had been on air before and I spoke that majority of people or supposed people who are saying that they love the executive governor Sim Fubara, they are people I describe as Philistine carpetbaggers. I think this video has proven me right when I use that particular word. I remember that I was on air in one of your sister radio stations in Port Harcourt here. One of the guests too, a high profile, man, was not happy when I said that 80% of those surrounding the governor right now are Philistine carpetbaggers. And I had to explain now, which I will explain again, the meaning of Philistine carpetbaggers. Philistine carpetbaggers are opportunists. If you go to their origin, you know what I'm talking about. They are opportunists. They wait for situations to erupt, then they now lash in, and they use that to now feather their nest. That is what is happening here. We are going to see more of this, in this administration, because it's an administration that is based on bandwagon, people moving up and down, saying that they love the man, they do this, or he's the best person, he's the liberator, he's the Messiah, he's whatever. I said in the months to come that things like this are going to unfold. And I'm very happy that before my very eyes, they are unfolding right now. Now, I remember this young man was really fervently in support of, the executive governor and his administration, and even vowed to take out the then local government chairman of Ikwere local government. He specifically mentioned his name, and he said that he is coming for him on the 17th of June, when their tenure expires. If he does not leave, you are going to see what's going to happen. Open threats, of which he said that he has guns, he has machines, he has whatever, etc. And they were jubilating. The people on the governor's side were jubilating and saying that yes, he's going to do that. They did not condemn his action as at that time, because it's a democracy. We don't take laws into our hands. And we all saw what happened, in the aftermath of that 17th of June. The palpable violence and reactions or reactive, prognosis that we found that are turned violent in most local government areas, prompting the setting up of the local government areas by the police. The second one is this. Let's periscope what he's saying, even though I know that we look at him as somebody that is a non-state actor, but let's look at what he's talking about. He has said the truth, from the bottom of his heart, and I concur. It's in congruence with my own opinion, and many other people have been on social media saying things of this nature. That is number one. Is that the CTC Chairmen, I heard they were giving 2 billion naira in the first instance, another 1 billion, money jamboree be given to them. And these particular monies, according to those who informed us, that it was given to them by the executive governor for them to go and empower his voice, which he confirmed here, to go and empower his voice, not for development, to go and empower the boys. 2 billion naira, 3 billion naira in any local government in Nigeria here is a huge sum of money. So when you give and you say, go and empower the boys, well, they have to go and they obey the governor's order by going around to give 20,000 naira, 10,000 naira. So people got 5,000 naira. You understand? The others people got some very shaggy and dilapidated vehicles that were given to them by their CTC Chairmen. And I heard the CTC Chairman in Rivers State bought a house in Banana Island. That is what we read on the social media. That he had to go there and bought a house in Banana Island. And like he really said, they are not even investing the money in Rivers State. They are taking it outside of me. Another one went to London and bought. So these are the things we have seen for just 3 months they are there. And even as it is, you find that the 3 months ought to have expired, I think this September, whatever. We don't know exactly what is going to happen. We are hearing or we have heard that these people are going to transmute now from CTC chairman to substantive, chairman. The Rivers people should not allow this kind of perfidy to operate. I don't know the kind of politics they play here in Rivers State. Now they have found out that a lot is going on that they don't know. And that is why you see frustrated people coming out to speak. Honestly speaking, the young man that spoke became frustrated because he couldn't have access to the governor, having done so much to propagate, sensitize and incite people, to take out the CTC chairman. The CTC chairman were then the CTC chairman as they are before they before they were selected. They were hobnobbing with him. They were all in cahoots, working in cahoots with him, and everybody the same. When he promised that he's going to take them, to assail them of that particular opportunity to take over their local government areas. And now that has happened. Now it's time for payback, and you are not paying back. You see, this is what caused the problem we have in Borno State today, according to reports, where a particular sitting governor at that time promised, the founder of Boko Haram, Mohammed or something, as they call him, he used him during the elections to propagate power. And after he got to that particular office, what did he do? He just left him and disbanded the particular group. The young man came out on air and was now speaking in Arabic that, this man has used us. And he had to go and use his group because the group had a cache of arms that were unused. And when you have arms in your territory, that was how the Boko Haram whatever was set up today, that is now menacingly disturbing Nigeria as a nation. So we have to be very careful. And the government of Sim Fubara has to, look at what this young man has said, periscope it, and, either you go and placate him or whatever his case may be, because he has said that he wanted to see the governor, and some people wanted to see the governor. They block him, block him from seeing the governor. So this is, in fact, it's so nauseating that in a civil democracy we have this kind of situations arising. That non-state actors begin to dictate, to governors or the governor of Rivers State what to do, and they will begin to come at them to expose their flanks. And I am very happy that he went further to say that the minister for FCT is a formidable politician, which is the truth. But the problem I have now is that with governance in Rivers State now, and every activity of the state begin to go against, Yeso Wike as the FCC minister, why is it that every action of the government as of today, Sim Fubara and his people, what they after is that they are pointing fingers, or they always make mention of it, how to resist him. Is that the essence of governance? I don't think these are necessary, things for us to look up to. I think it's a nauseating situation for me. The governor has been embarrassed or will be embarrassed with this kind of whatever, statement from this young man, where he castigated some of his aides, etc. as case may be. And if you don't settle him, I know only you knows what the state will be like. That is my take now.
Well, Barrister Sims, there seems to also be a background to all these things, and you recall that Asabuja is also declared wanted by the police. And so far, it is not that when the police wants to work, they really, really work. The question is, how is he still able to do videos like this, and, post online? Why can't he be traced? Since that event that culminated in the death of a policeman and also left several people injured. You also recall that prior to the day that the outgone chairman were to exit office, there was a viral video you mentioned. But in that video, he clearly called on the governor and the CTC chairman to empower him. I'm using his words, to empower him to oust the local government. And he said that they are going to dominate the entire local government areas. And you see what played out in the aftermath of that video. And then in another video as well, he also came out to say that he's not fighting anybody, but if anybody comes for him, he will come for them. If anybody tries to kill him, he will kill them. And he also went further to say that they have taken over Rivers State. His exact statement, I'm quoting him, he has taken over, him and in quote, what he said again, his army has taken over Rivers State and they are backing the government of Sim Fubara. Now, when you look at these things critically, not forgetting it as well that in the aftermath of that crisis that happened, around the local government chairman leaving office, the governor also came out to say that none of his supporters will be arrested, and that if the police wants to arrest any of his supporters, they have to go through him first. Now, when you marry the statement of the governor, with this background and what played out during that crisis, one would wonder what exactly is playing out in Rivers State if these non-state actors, to a large extent, have come out to tell the world that they are also part of this thing. And as long as things are concerned, from what Asabuja is saying, these CTC chairmen are culpable of even, to a large extent, engaging this young man to wreak the havoc he's wreaking in Rivers State. What is the way forward at this point?
The way forward is that non-state actors in civilian democracy are not allowed to, govern or overwhelm the constitutional, imposed governors or president. But right now in this state, you can see that there is a miasma, or let me say a milieu of, people, retinue of people from the creeks who normally come out to say, this is our governor. Especially, there is a Sawana movement that is also making the rounds. Yesterday, I was somewhere, I had a heated argument with one young boy who was not aware, or he was unaware of the facts before the governor became a governor. And I told him categorically that people voted for, can you go back to his transfer? People voted for this Sim Fubara because of Yeso Wike. He was the one that brought this young man up. We never knew that this young man was an Ijo or a Sawana person. There was nobody from the creek or non-state actor that came out to say then that this is our man and this he should be. But it was the singular fact that Yose Wike brought this man from somewhere and, put it on our consciousness. And based on that, we voted for him, as the case may be. Now, after voting for him, he has, gone back and reneged on some of whatever that was agreed, etc., as the case may be, and is now operating. It is now that you want to come and tell us that he's an Asawana man. They call him a Sawana computer. I don't know what that means on the street. Asawana. So you find that a lot of non-state actors. I remember the last time the Ijo Nation came out and said, if you touch this Ijo man, etc., we are going to do this. Even another statesman, Edwin Clark, is supporting openly the governor because he says he's an Ijo man. But he has forgotten how the Ijo man came into power, as the case may be. That is for another day. But looking at what is going on now in Rivers State, when a government begin to bend, towards militancy and militarization of the state, then you know that the government are bound to have this kind of situation. If they did not hobnob with him, he will not know their secrets. If they did not, go and, contract him, or maybe he himself impose himself on them, he wouldn't have known their secrets. A lot of people are not aware that the money given to the local government CTC chairman has been frivolously spent. He specifically said some things I wouldn't want to say on air here. For instance, He said they are buying houses all over the place and doing some other immoral things that is going on. These are information that only those who are close to those in power will know. And he affirmatively said that those of us who are supporting the governor, we are trying to go and see the governor, they block us, open and close. I don't know what that means, block. It means that when they block you, you cannot have access to the governor. So it means they have been trying, or he has been trying to reach out to the governor to tell him about 1 or 2 ills that his own advisors and his boys in the local government are doing, which are not right. The third factor is this. Let me tell you, people like this, you don't need to undermine them. You know why I'm saying this? These complaints of empowerment, I'm sure his boys from the local government areas in Rivers State must have complained to him in numbers to say that they are getting nothing from these people. So he has to speak as a voice to them. And if you disregard them because they are in numbers, it means that the state might be made ungovernable for you, as case may be. Now, coming down to the fact, we have asked this question, like you rightly asked. How is it that non-state actors are so difficult to arrest, even when police declare them wanted? For instance, like Wadume in Arab or wherever as case may be, he was declared wanted, and before he could be arrested, soldier men lost their lives when they went to arrest him finally. And at the end of the day, as I speak to you today, is it not out of? I heard he's been released. You know, maybe he has served his term or jail term as case. I don't know how many years they gave to him. So why is it that the police, like you rightly said, in this kind of situation, he has even boasted in that video to tell the police that I saw one of them said that he is not running away. He is where he is. That they know where he is. As the case may be, that one, he is not a militant. That he did not commit any offense. As the case may be, that is what he said on the video. But we were thinking that the police will go after him, having done the technological devices, available to them, even though he was running away. But nothing has been said. The commissioner of police only declared him wanted. So there is more to it than meets the eye. It is possible that power from above, as we use that word in Nigeria, has prevented the Nigeria Police Rivers State Command from going after him to arrest him, as case may be. The second one is that it is also possible that the charges that they brought upon him as at that time were frivolous charges that could not be proved or substantiated. They now found that through investigation he was not involved. Maybe that was why they relaxed, that particular, notice of, wanted criminals case may be, and they are not going for him. But the police, I think, they have to do their job. They said their hands are tied, like I'm saying in this kind of situation now. Those issues are enumerated is that, one, either from a voice from above has said, don't touch this one, it's my anointed, or two, on the other hand, the police do not have any evidences to prosecute him. So the best thing is to just leave him and let him go and begin to rant, as the case may be. Or he has some other powerful connections that are with the police force that make him can do videos of this nature, freely dispose and dispense of it on social media without any recourse to the law, etc., as the case may be. So that is it.